Today we're going to talk about something called average versus actual. And what we're trying to illustrate here, and we're going to use a kind of an exaggerated example, is how the stock market's volatility can impact you into thinking that you're getting a greater return than you actually are. And so as we look at the screen here, you'll see that I've shown $100,000 in the account. And in the first year, and again, remember I said we were going to have an exaggerated return, 100% return on the account. In fact, there was a year back in 1999 where many mutual funds actually did earn over 100%. If you look at the earnings, it's $100,000. So at the end of the year, you have $200,000 in your account. And you're pretty excited about that. Now, we're going to look at what would happen if the next year you ended up with a loss. So the next year, we're going to have a 50% loss. And you will see over here that you're back down to your original $100,000. Now, what's important to understand here is that if we look at the average rate of return, it shows 25%, meaning if I take a positive 100 and a negative 50 and add them together, I come up with a positive 50, which I divide by the number 2 for 2 years, and it gives me an average return of 25%. But the effective yield was 0. Now, the reason that's important is that when we talk about the stock market, the returns are average returns. They are not actual or effective yield returns. And as a result, it misleads us into thinking that we're getting a greater return than we actually are. And so in many of our other training videos, we will talk about average versus actual or effective yield. And when we're talking about that, we're trying to help you understand that the yield is what's important, not the average.